Welcome to day one of the 30-day lead generation work plan for photography. On day one, I had mentioned that you can actually purchase a domain and you can purchase hosting. I recommend going to Bluehost and purchasing the domain and hosting. You get 1 year free hosting and SSL. Just in case you do not want to make this purchase, you can also use a free domain and hosting. For that, you go to blogger.com and you can create your website here. I would like to point out that when you create on free websites such as blogger.com, there are chances that Blogger can take down your website for any reason. They might say that it's against the terms of conditions and not provide a reason at all. It has happened to many, including me. So that's why I no longer create free websites on blogger.com. The advantage of having a website on blogger.com is that it's in Google. Sometimes the website gets ranked faster and you get a lot of traffic. But what happens is when you sign up for something, and suppose I sign up for something called Indian Mom Blogs, it'll create a subdirectory and the URL of the website will be something like this. Look at that, indianmomblogs.blogger.com. It's not very pretty, and you can link your domain to it if you want. So what you can do is purchase a domain and link to this. So when somebody goes to indianmomblogs.com, they would actually be going to indianmomblogs.blogger.com and nobody would know. You can do that also. So let's go on to Blogger. Once you go to blogger.com, you log in with your email ID. Usually I create an email ID in Gmail. You need a Gmail ID for this. I think other IDs also work, but I create a Gmail ID to keep it consistent, and I create it with the name of my website, the domain I want. It makes it very easy to keep track. So here, when you come here, this is the welcome page, and it says welcome to Blogger, confirm your profile, and this is what the public will see. So I write my site name, Indian Mom Blogs, then I click on continue to Blogger. So this is where you come. It's a kind of a dashboard, and then you will have an option to create a blog on the top left hand corner. Click on create a blog. We are going to create a new blog on Blogger. So for this, you first need to there is an option to give a title and an address. Go to the address and see if your blog is available. If it is available, it will give a green mark here. If it's not available, it will say sorry, this blog address is not available. So you can play around with words and see if that is available. And if it's available, it will give a tick mark here. Then you can select a theme for your blog. I recommend keeping it as simple as you can and plain. So I usually select something very simple and give your blog a name. So give a title for your blog. You can also write wedding photographer in Ohio, and here you could say wedding photographer. See if it's available. Since this is not available, you can go for Ohio, and that is available. And take something which you like and then say create a blog. So it will start creating a blog right now. It's pretty quick. It takes just seconds to create your blog. So this is your blog and this is the back end of your blog. So you can, on the top left hand corner, there is an option to view your blog. So you can view the blog and see how it looks. So the URL of your blog is weddingphotographerohio.blogspot.com, and this is how it's going to look. So you come back to your blog dashboard, and you can customize your blog. So the very first thing I do is I go to the layout, and I can decide what I want on the blog. So I want a navigation bar on the top. I would like to display the header on the top. I would like to add some gadgets on the right. If you want to add something on the sidebar, just click on add a gadget. Everything which you can add here is called a gadget here. In WordPress, it's called a widget. So you could add a blog search that people search your blog. I like to do that one, and it will be added here. There are many other gadgets available. You can go through it and add whichever ones you want. So you can display your pages here. So all the pages you create will be displayed here. You can just change the position of your gadgets, move it around. So this is how the layout, it's very simple to change the layout of your blog. Next is when you want to add posts, you go to the left hand corner and say post. Click on post. Don't forget to save it. I forgot to save it. So you can click on post. Right now there are no posts. You need to add new posts here. So if you look down at the top, at the right hand bottom corner, an orange button with a plus sign, this is for creating a post. Click on that and you'll be able to create a new post. This is a blog post. Now let's say give this a title. So let's look at the components of a blog post. There's the title. This is where the content will come. You can add labels. These are the tags on WordPress. You can add labels and you can decide the permalink of your blog post. Let's do it one by one. Let's add the title of the blog post. So let's suppose that our title is how much does a wedding photographer charge. Let's say this is our title, and then we hit save. If you click on the top right corner, you can see this is a save and this is the preview. You can look and see how your page is looking. It will say preview. It's not. This is how it's going to look. Now let's go back and edit it. We have not yet published it. If you like it, you can click on the top right hand corner. It says publish and it will be published, but I have not added any content, so I would rather add some content. So I'm going to go back to Blogger and add some content. So this is my post. You can always find it in the dashboard on the left hand side under post. You click that, this is your post. Click on this. It's in the draft mode. That means it's not been published. Click on that, and this is the title. Now add some content here. Right, keep on adding whatever you want. You can change the text color, you can add the font type, you have many options here. You can add a hyperlink. You could link this to some website. So You could create and edit a URL, link it to a website. So for example, I'm linking it to my website, and I can say that I would like to open it in a new window and say OK, and that would create a hyperlink there. I can add images here. So to add an image, say you can say upload from, select the image you would like to add, click on open. It'll upload the image. It's pretty quick, and then the image will be added to your blog post. You can left align the image, right align the image. There's a lot of things you can do. When you're happy with what your blog post is looking like, you can even change the permalink. Permalink is uh, uh, the URL which is in Google, and you can change it to something which is user friendly. For now, just leave it as it is, and then go to the top right hand corner and hit publish. Say confirm, and congratulations, you have published your first blog post. You can view this by going to the view here, and if you can see, the URL is weddingphotographerohio.blogspot.com. It added the date here, it added the how much does wedding photography here, and this is your blog post. So that's how you can do this on Blogger. Again, I do not recommend having it done on Blogger, but if you would like to do this, this is how it's done. So let's move on to day 2 in your 30-day lead generation course for photographers.